Hoi hoi. Also, hi, Cheesecake Daddy. Hello, welcome back. Also, not really though, apparently. But thanks for popping in. If you see this later, I did not check browsers. Sound alerts work? Yes, please. Does it work? I clicked test browsers. What? Test again. There we go. Okay, it does work. Alright, good. I always test because sometimes it's annoying. Oh, no, I don't even have the game open. Frames. Too many chunks. Oh no, frames. That's another part. Are both of those... Did it just really lag out? Are both of those for me? Yes, they are. Okay. I can see it in chat. Alright, game, can you load? Can you be shown? Oh, okay, that's why. Where? Not Madrid. Where are you? Where are you? There you go. Java. There we go. Okay. This is a tiny little bit of a test stream because the past several streams have been crashing a lot. Usually on the hour, it will start crashing. And after looking through OBS logs, I think I didn't have my camera fixed, apparently. I think I have that issue now fixed. Perhaps, maybe. It seems like it was because of chat and the way I had chat set up, so chat looks different now. I had a custom HTML, so instead of going from the bottom to the top, it went top to the bottom. Also, I'm curious. I want to see if this would actually genuinely work. Because my boom arm is on this side, because that's just easier. But if I do this, and then turn you guys this way, so it can still be heard, but it's a little bit easier to actually handle. Because I think that should be just about the perfect spot. So picking up most of my voice. About right there. Hold on, I need to like fully unplug this for a second and turn it all the way back around. Because it will only twist a certain way. If you do it the other way, it just won't stay in place. Test. That's a little bit too loud. I knew I accidentally touched the gain. There we go. No. Is this too much? Where? It was going the wrong way. I apologize. I'm slowly lowering it. I apologize for that. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so hopefully this is a good mic spot, so when I look over here, it doesn't sound horrible. So when I'm looking this way, it still sounds about the same. Hopefully that'll do. Also, I have my tea going cold over here, and I've been sitting at the screen for a minute, but I don't care. But yeah, this is a little bit of a test stream to see if it will actually crash, and I don't have a lot of time today anyhow. But yeah. I still want to figure this out. This was crashing the last time I was working on it, and when we were doing this, I think music's a little bit too loud. There we go. Turn it down just a wee bit. That makes it a little... Can I not? I have a ducking filter for it. Can I make the compression not so much? Would this be the correct thing in order to fix that? Maybe? No, that is not correct. I turned you back up. It's the same amount. Which one is it? Threshold, maybe? Ratio? Turn down the ratio? Turning down the ratio? Okay. I keep the music quiet anyway. I don't know why I'm keeping a compressor on for the music. I need to just get rid of those, because it's quiet anyway. I also want to change that. Hold on. I'll change that for the game. I keep both the game And the music pretty quiet. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's a little bit better. And these are already kind of broken. No. I need a fix. Yo. There we go. And then go back down, but of course, because of the ice, it's already broken. I love this biome. I do. Okay, hold on. We gotta fix this. No, jeez. Literally, in order to fix this problem, all you have to do. Oh wait, I should be able to literally just do. And then grab an X. Oh, well. Replace air with stone. It's occurred to me why I keep this mostly centered, because immediately I'm like, is that picking up my voice as it should? Probably not. There we go. Okay. Now, it won't be annoying and keep turning my water to ice. Oh, there we go. So, the problem we were encountering last time, I want these to be held up, but I don't have the redstone ability to know how to do that. So, wait, hold on. I think I know how we can. Now that it's occurring to me, I think I know how we can. Okay. So this was set up with the wind charges and all the buttons. So my thought process was for a second here that I could go about this. I need to move that over one then. We do this and this. But then there's the button there, but I guess technically this could still work. But these don't have water, so I need to check if they would actually work real quick. And give myself a lot of stupid, really stupid water buckets. Because it doesn't have to be lava at this point in time. The problem is it will also set it off again. Okay, so I need that to be a different one, so it doesn't set off twice. Because this just needs to be a quick signal. Oh, you're not a sticky piston yet. Uh-oh. That's a problem. I haven't fixed you yet. Shoddy redstone work? Yes. But my concern, I need both of these to go off at the same time. But my concern is when I flick it off, it'll trigger it again. Like that. When this guy's still going. No, it wouldn't. But it won't turn it off either. Because it needs to be triggered again in order to go off. Let's see how this would look. It would look like that, and then turn it off. It needs to be triggered again. Can I solve this with literally 2 of these? No, it'd have to give a pulse. In turning it off, it'd have to also somehow give it a quick pulse on again. Do I know redstone? Am I knowing the redstone? Hold on, would this work? His thought process is this. Is that not... Okay, that. And so when it gets... No, that doesn't flick off. So how do I do a situation? I did not turn off notifications on my phone. How do I do a situation in which that occurs? But that doesn't pulse that. How pulse? Would it be comparator? Am I not braining and it needs to be a comparator? Is this how comparators are used? No. Does it have to, other way? No, that is not how comparators work. Is that how repeaters work? No, it just keeps them separate. I need you to go one way but not the other. I need you to turn off thing. I don't know if this is how redstone thing works. So what I'm thinking, there's a specific setup that I need to do for the Hopper minecart systems in order for them to pause at a certain place. When was the last time I made one of those? I didn't make one for the... I swore I made one somewhere in this area, but maybe not. I'd have to go all the way over to my base here. There's a very specific way that this occurs. Comparator. I don't know if this would genuinely do the thing, but I feel like it might. Would that do the thing that I need? So... I need you like this. Oh, yeah. That doesn't do anything. Okay. Switch it? Switch the things? Then maybe work and do the thing that I want it to do? I don't know any redstone. I know none. I am making very poor guesses, and that is it. Wait, I need to go this way. Is it that or that? That. No, because I need the redstone to be on that side. Will that do anything? That turns that on, but doesn't send a signal over. That doesn't do anything. Okay, so I figured out a system to turn it off. Does that work by itself? Do I even need that there? Okay, I don't need that there. I now need to figure out how to do a pulse. So now we have a system where it's always on. Stare. Hello, Plush, how are you? This is a shorter stream, but we're still very struggling at redstone. I need you... It's not a pulse. How do I get a pulse to happen? I lost my birth certificate again. That is a sentence. Again? Again. I need more tea. I need more tea. This is not the camera, by the way. This is just genuinely a big mug. It is just genuinely a big mug. It's the biggest mug I own. That's great. I got it from my grandma. I love this mug so much. That's great. I still don't know how to pulse. Does that do a thing? It's the same effect as before. Actually, it doesn't even work. Or no, it's the same effect as before. Okay. What would give it a pulse? Because I need to turn on and off. Has to turn itself on, has to turn itself off. What if I set up 2 pistons? So this one grabs it and this one pushes it, because I just need it to be connected to the redstone block here. So what if I set up 2 of these? And actually, make sure that it works. No. I need to make sure both of these then are, I can move this over a lot more, actually, so this works out better. Because you just need... If I place a block there, it connects to that. Okay, so it has to be right here. And then that pushes it one more in, which makes this slightly better. And then I have to do 2 of these. So, theoretically... No, that just pushes it from one to the other. And it prioritizes one over the other. What if I put a delay? No. I might get somewhere someday. Very, very stupidly, but I may actually get somewhere. You have to be super delayed. Okay, hold on. You have to be really delayed. What if we literally did this? Would this accomplish what I want? Would this... Oh, ooh, that's the wrong button. Would this really stupid system accomplish what I want to do? I'm not even sure what I wanted to happen anymore. Okay. Need all of it off. That pulses that. I don't need it to pulse the block. I don't need it to pulse the piston. I need it to pulse the water. So we do now have a pulse of the water, but it also is a pulse of the piston. That only turns that on. When it should be turning both on. So why is that such a case? Because you're always off. But why didn't... Doing that turns that on. When I turn it on, it should... All of it's on, and then I want all of it to turn off together. which is why we have the 2 redstone pieces, so it can activate the dispensers twice, is what I'm trying to get here. I want the dispensers to activate twice, which we're trying to accomplish with wind charge. What if I get rid of some of the delay? That still has just that one on. It only works some of the time, which is an issue. When I turn it off, all of that should be gone. When I turn the lever on, all of that should be on. So it's currently inversed. Now all of it's on. And no. Kick, teehee, I violent fear me. Nah. Book it. Okay, I just need a wind charge to reset you. If I reset it, will that fix everything? And maybe then it'll work? Because I'd rather double check. I need to completely reset, so I need to grab... not grab a bucket, there we go. Do that. Throw the bucket back in. Would this... Nope. Everything's on. But everything isn't triggered again. I need redstone. Why do I still have that? I don't need that. That's the one thing I don't need. What if I literally just make this a row of that? Okay, reset you. Everything on. Everything off. No. Reset. Let's try again. Everything on. Everything off. No. I think you need to be opposite, maybe? Maybe? Now everything's off. On. Only turns one on. Everything's on. One of them is still on, but that's the best we've gotten. We have 8 out of the 9 things off. Redstone, jazz hands. You cheap rubber goose. I don't know redstone. My redstone expertise goes back to really cheap doorbells in like 2017. My redstone goes back before we had daylight sensors. Before we had like half of the items in the redstone category. My expertise in redstone goes back before we had observers. Also, I'm getting the passport on Monday. Oh. Back before we even had minecarts with hoppers or any of that. Now all of it. We have just that on, but that's not what I need. Everything on. Everything off. Everything on. Everything on. Everything off. Everything off. Everything on? 2 thing on. So I get what I want every third attempt. You look like Harry Potter with Justin Bieber discovering magic for the first time. Sure. So the problem is, in addition to turning the piston on, or in addition to flicking off the water, it's also flicking the piston. Even though it shouldn't be able to, because the piston doesn't have a button anymore. And the piston does... Hold on, I need to see something. So how is it activating the... It's only activating the piston when the redstone block is there. No? Then why? Because there's block... Because it's next to it. So the buttons around the dispensers are triggering the piston. Controversial idea. Very controversial idea. And I recognize full-heartedly that this is horrible. I absolutely recognize that this is a horrible idea, but it may, just might, work. We move this, one block down, we put a slime block that's no longer activated by everythings. I can have this here. I can move this all down one. Let me just clear. Would that even activate all of it, actually? No. No. Okay. I feel like what we had going before was the best. Just a simple wind charge, and then we find some way, instead of the piston to stay up the entire time, just to have the player stuck up for a bit. Instead of becoming a safe spot, it's the way to get up to the safe spot. Bucket. Whose buckets? It's just this one. Wind charge. Turns everything on. Turn everything off. What? Oh, because the piston still moved. Oh, there's no more piston. That's the problem. We need... I don't need a lever. Actually, I don't even need buttons underneath the piston. I just need a piston there. Dude, out of my way. Your wares are not welcomed. Yeah. What's your version? We are on 1.21.1, I think, for this. I'm checking module. Hold on. Yeah, 1.21.1. I don't know why this is still here. I know why you're here, but I don't know why this is still here. We're using water as a temporary, but the eventual goal is that we do this with lava, which is a problem when the safe spot is gone. So the idea is, the only block I could come up with that could work would be a cobweb. Although you can still do this, but it's only temporary safety. So how the game would be played would be something like, whoa, and then you stay here until I turn it off. Because there has to be an actual host. There has to be a DM. We're gonna go with that. There has to be a DM for it. There has to be the game master. So, yeah. Okay, lovely. Because sadly, this is still the best I have for doing this. I basically just want to make a mini Mario Party minigame. The game master. Also, music stopped playing. That's why. There's a few Minecraft parodies in the playlist, and YouTube Music is being a butt about, oh, this is made for kids. You can't have it on mini player. If I ever dare forget to turn it on, to have it as a full screen, not have it as a full screen, then it pauses everything and refuses to play anything until I open that. So this is the best we got right now. Crab rave, lovely. Also, let it be known, I am not concerned about lava for this at all. We do have a lava farm. Also the nether, but we have a lava farm. So the actual game would look a little something like this. And then it'd be lava. And you'd run around the platforms, maybe somebody tries to get stuck up and stay there for a bit, but it's not a safe platform, and so they'll die. And then we'll see who survives all of them. And I have about another half hour that I'm able to stream. Wow, lovely. I still need to make a control room for this. And figure out how the control room can see the players, but the players can't see the control room. What I need to do right now is first... Oop. To here. And what color was here? It's cyan. And then I need to // copy. / paste -A. And so now all these will turn into sticky pistons underneath with buttons. Even though it looks like I'm not doing anything. There we go. And so now all of them should be correct. Sticky piston button, yeah. Did all of them get lava? Yes, they did. Okay. Was that really cyan? Okay, I'll trust that it was cyan there. Mental state is honk, 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 honk. Real. I'm getting tired of this villager. Where are the leads? And you know what? Where's a boat? Oh, I got a head. I don't need to go up nearly as high, do I? Oh, jeez. Okay. Let it be a warning. To anyone else that dares. Okay. Back to my shoddy redstone. I need dispensers, wind charges. And that's about it, actually. That is the entirety of my redstone for this. No, there we go. Because wind charges absolutely are saving my butt for all of this redstone. Because it activates all the buttons that I need. And boop, boop, boop. Yeah. And we're just gonna put a stack in each of these, which should give us more than enough to test with. And then I need to figure out control room. How? How? Yes, do what? What? Replace air. Because we don't need to worry about water freezing over because we're not using the water anymore. And these for sure have lava? Yes. I need a control room that players can't see me from, that I can control from, because my concern is if the players see me flicking a certain lever, they can start realizing, oh, if I go to this specific lever, it's the cyan lever, even though I don't, even whether or not I have it color coded. If I go stand in this spot, even if I'm hiding the levers, that's that lever. Tinted glass? Tinted glass works only for light. Tinted glass you can absolutely see through. It's just purely not letting light through. We unfortunately do not have a one-way glass. Wait, we have free cam. We have free cam on the server. I can just make a control station nearby that you can't look into, but has doors that open out here. Or I could just replay it. Because this is under the assumption that the host has to actually see the game itself. Or maybe something that's difficult to see through, like a trapdoor. We could do grates. How difficult are those to see through? Hold on. Where are my beloved barrier blocks? Thank you. Actually, I don't even need a barrier block if I just put a statue. Okay, you can still absolutely see people through them. What is something you would struggle to see somebody through? Still see them plain and clear. And definitely not the oak trapdoor. Can you even like, you probably can, and this is... No, you can still see them. What would be... There's no real easy way to do this, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, I have a mean idea. Okay, I've used this a few times in the server at this point. If we turn this guy, we give him arms, and we move his arms in such a way... I think it's about 90. There's a very specific set that makes this work best. Give him a block. I did the wrong arm. Give him a block in his hand. That's a leg. Where's that right arm? There's a certain angle that I need. We can make invisible blocks is what I'm trying to get at. This is going to take me a lot longer than I wanted. 1545. Scale it up. Turn this guy invisible. No gravity. Please and thank you. If I upscale this... This can... If I do a room that's full of this, we can effectively make it. I can just do a screen where they can't see me through. Also, you can't break this. So if I do... What would work good as, like, a screen block? Because I don't want a block that can legitimately see through. I want something that could be believable as, like, a mesh screen. Iron blocks? If you get them really upscale, because we're going to need this pretty high scale. Actually, 10 might do really well. And then move it down, let's say, 4, 6. That could pass off as a screen. Armor stand has to be the very last thing I place. But this would absolutely pass. This is perfect. This is on the server, and I've done this a few times to annoy people. I don't know if Skip's... I know this is on a video. I don't know if Skip's seen it on a video yet. I'm gonna assume his house is over here. I did not want to be underground. I wanted to be above ground. Where is Skip's? I didn't even make it far enough. The Skip is all the way out here. Yeah. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the absolutely wrong way. I need to go this way. There's Skip's house. So, with the pillager ploy, I can actually show this off now, because pillager ploy is... we're gonna do something else for it to wrap it up. Pillager ploy, I had pillager heads around people's bases, yes? And Skip has actually yet to find 2 of them, but that doesn't matter anymore. One of them is actually over here in his wheat farm. The other one, there was one major pillager head that I gave to everybody. Lilacs was very obvious. It was a giant phantom pirate ship that was filled with drowned, and one of the drowned had a pillager head. When Matt was on the server, it was a giant maze around his base. Penguins was hidden behind his nether portal, also with this trick. Skip did not find this. That is an armor stand. That is a fake dirt block. So if we come down here... I built this. And there's a bunch of Vindicator heads in here. There was originally 49. I've since stolen some. But all the way back here, in a stair, is the other pillager head. But yeah. That's been hiding here this entire time. So we're using this trick. He's so far out here. There we go. Teleport back slowly but surely to the right spot. But yeah, I will absolutely use this. This is perfect. And I have confirmation, even if people don't actually have this resource or this mod, it still works. Because it's using the normal Minecraft armor stance and armor blocks. So whether or not you have the resource, it looks correct. So that's fantastic. We can absolutely use that. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is we'll figure out the actual buildings and how I'm plotting this out later. But for just... Oh, I don't need the... Yeah. Where are you? There we go. Get out of here. We'll do this for now. And make my control station. Purple. Light blue. Cyan. Lime. Orange. Wait. That was not orange. And I'm already off a color. Okay. I'm putting this in my color order, damn it. Yes. There we go. I need to put them all over. One little block. That's wrong already. One little block. There we go. Perfect. Player. And then from here we will do levers. I need to figure out how I'm actually getting all of these to work as well. And can I put them like this? It might be easier if I put them in the floor. It'd also be easier to see over. Boop, 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 boop. Doop, doop. Let's see, can I connect up? Normal redstone. This is literally all we're doing today, by the way. After I'm done with this, then I need to go, but this is literally all we're doing today. Because the thing is, I don't want them to connect up and accidentally trigger something else. Although, if I push these far away enough, that shouldn't actually happen. Purple, I've already made this I should have switched it around. There we go. Okay, now we can do this. Player, give me more redstone and probably all this. Okay, so purple needs to come down to the purple one over here. I don't know. For the sake of my sanity, we are going to very slightly color code these as well. Because I will lose my mind wiring this up at this exact moment if I don't. Brown, pink, red, brown, orange, yellow, green, cyan, light blue. Now I can actually do this. So purple needs to come down to the purple. And what I'm thinking is I can absolutely get away with doing this because only flicking the right lever should be able to activate the right place. So I flick all of that. That only activates... Oh, it doesn't properly act... whatever. There we go. It only activates you. And flick you off. Oh, I need these to be buttons. Hold on, these need to be buttons. Which one did I... I activated purple again. Okay, so that genuinely might be a problem. I might have to section these a little bit. I'm thinking maybe if I literally just do this, I could save it. And not have to deal with this issue. I think I should be able to handle it from there. The ones on the ends are a lot easier to do. It's dealing with everybody else, that's the problem. There's pinks. It's probably gonna need a repeater about there. My thought process is if I do something like this... I need to go that way, but that's the wall. No, we already had this problem. Okay, hold on. I should have really just started with making these in a little square, just to make my life easy. I really should have started with that and just mimicked the actual thing. That would have saved me a lot of headache immediately. Okay, grab my colors again. Concrete. Give me pink, red, brown, orange, yellow, green, cyan, light blue, purple. And we're gonna adjust very quickly. I don't want it that close to the wall. I kind of need it to be. Never mind. The brown in the center, yellow over here, orange, red, pink, purple, light blue. There we go. There we go. And then boop, 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 boop. So maybe this will make this a whole lot easier now? Maybe? I couldn't tell you. Because all I have to do is connect it, but I have to figure out like a good way to actually connect all this up that won't interfere with other ones. Because how do I get this guy, this one, to connect up without interfering with these? Because these two are the difficult ones. I'm gonna really struggle to find a way. Because I can't connect to other ones. These are really easy. I can just push them off to this side. Push them off over here. And then same thing with this side. And all this will probably end up being underground, but whatever. And then even this one, I could just get away with wrapping it around. And this one, I could do the opposite way. But that would connect... but this... Yeah, that's why those two are difficult. Because I can do this, and this. I can do all this, I can do all this. I can do all this, I can do all of these without connecting to each other at all. These ones, not so much. These two are the difficult boys. Because I could like, oh, this way, but then that connects. Wait. Do you work how I think you work? No, you do not. If you worked like that, that would have been great. But you don't. And if I place any old block there, then that doesn't connect. Does this work how I think it does? Yes. Maybe? This one needs to go all the way over. No. Do that. There we go. That fixes that. Place a repeater there. And all I have to do to fix that problem... Never mind. I don't know redstone. Oh wait, I think I do know how to fix that problem. Have I learned my lesson? Tune in to find out. And then if I connect that up, does that turn it off? That does turn it off. But can I flick it? Can I pulse it? No. I did not learn my lesson in any form or capacity. No, you're still like that. So the bottom one will always be lit. I don't know how redstone works. I don't know how redstone works. This is the only way I know how to get a signal straight down, but I don't know how to make it work the way I need it to. Controversial. Does that... It doesn't work. Okay. Oh wait, is it because I still have this? If I get rid of you, because you are not necessary, does it now work? No, it does not. Yeah, this is the problem. I wish stairs worked how I want them to, but that's not how that's gonna happen. No. If I do that, now that's on. And there's no way to pulse it. There's no way to... Once the redstone torch is on, there's nothing you can do about that. It's... But if you do this, then you can turn it off. This is my only thought. But you still can't pulse that one, so it doesn't matter. Once all the other ones are figured out, this one's the other ones are easy. This is the one that's difficult. I don't know how to do these things. This is the thing that do not do. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I'll have it go off one more time. And I'm gonna get rid of that signal. I will figure it out another day. I don't have the time for this. Billy Bob, guess what? Whoa. Metal pipe! Guess what? I still don't know redstone. I still don't know redstone. We're not much farther than we were last time. And it's been an hour. So, you're all the way over here, so let's do this. You're this guy. And then let's caterpillar you over here. And then you're this guy. So let's also caterpillar you over here. And do this, because they'll probably need it. And then this one is the closest one that's pink. And then we'll also do the exact same thing for these. All the way over to the yellow. And then boop, boop, boop. All the way over to this color. We pop down a breeder, and uno más. We go bonk, 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 bonk. Boop, 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 boop. And pop down another repeater. Do all these work. Boop. On. Off. Bonk. Yes. It's a lot more of a struggle to control this than you'd think. Yes. We don't know that guy. But this. Excuse me. Off again. Thank you. Where? Where's the button? No. I'll hit it eventually. There we go. I don't know where I hit is the problem. Did I turn you off again? Go. I'm trying. Where is it? My cursor must be just barely missing it every time. Okay, I got it. Found it. Okay. So all those work. I also need to try pink. Hold on. Need to find pink button. Wonderful. So all of them work, but the ones I hate. Great. So remember when I was talking about the ramen packets for 49 cents? They get cheaper, they get ridiculously expensive. I found some for 39 cents. Ooh. It's occurred to me I also need to figure out note blocks for this. That sounds like a problem for another day. I need to leave anyway. I know it's been an hour and stream hasn't crashed. So what I'm thinking, what seemed to be the problem with the stream crashings was actually chat. I had HTML for chat, custom HTML, and apparently, according to the logs, that was what was causing the issue. So every hour on the hour, OBS would get fed up with the chat box and crash. So that's why it was consistently the same problem every single time. So now that we're back to stereotypical chat boxes and I haven't done any custom HTML, it's all fine, it's okay. It is A-okay. Also, I will mention, because I have posted about this in a few platforms, Passion SMP Season 2, the applications for it are now officially up. They are officially up, they are going through TikTok, and then I will be messaging the people in a short while to see who was accepted, who was denied. If you want to go over there and just give a quick like and be like, oh, I like this series, that'd be great. If not, that's going on. Yeah. So Passion SMP Season 2 is official for September. Early September is the goal. We are doing the applications early, so we can get Season 2 people in for the last day of Season 1, so we can all have some fun playing some minigames together, and just generally have some fun times collabing with the new members and show them some of the stuff to expect in Passion SMP coming up Season 2. And I have big plans going on for Season 2. I've already started planning stuff. The mod pack is currently set in stone unless something updates. I'm going to keep an eye for a couple mods that we kind of really want in there that have yet to update. We did make sure Blahaj is updated. I refuse to do anything until Blahaj is updated. They updated 2 days ago. And I got a very specific version of the Blahaj totem. So if you rename it to a color or a pride flag, it turns into that texture. So you could have a red shark, or you could have a gay shark, or you have an ace shark, or a trans shark. They're great. It's fantastic. I made sure to get that very specific version of the Blahaj of Undying. And then we have some quality of life mods that have been added in. Sadly, I wanted to get Origins, but Origins hasn't updated past like 1.21.4. And we're on 7 or 8 now. 8. We're on 8. But the SMP will be on version 8. Version 7, not 8. And supposedly 9's coming out soon as well. They're updating it way too fast. it's updating way too fast. I can get 15. Jeez. We'll probably update in the middle of the season, honestly. But yeah, we're heading full force for that right now. And everybody's really excited because we also already have the seed picked out. The mod pack's ready. Completely. I've already have it up in our Discord server. In the Passion SMP, it's not community Discord server, the member Discord server. Yeah. And and we're gonna raid out real quick. Even though it was a short stream. But we will still raid out. I've been enjoying doing that. Let's do that again. Fun meeting new people doing it. Let me search. What are the music? Oh. I closed the mini player for the stream and the music stopped. I'm like, what? Okay. Minecraft modded, join the cache. Here we put the construction stream. Modded Minecraft Let's Play. Let's join modded Minecraft Mayhem. Yeah, let's raid them. Oh, thank you, Nightbot. And back to channel. Alright. Raid. Nope. I'm hearing double audio. Ugh. But let me type. There we go. I just copy paste the user. Alright. So, raid is getting started. Thank you all for joining me. If you're on the VOD channel or watching the VODs late on Twitch, have a good day. But we're gonna run out. Everybody have a good day. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye. Tomorrow, Sunday. There will absolutely be a stream Sunday. Yeah, that is it. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. They're gonna raid